And Madison Reedy has joined us in the studio to talk business. ANZ profits today.
They're big, they're record hitting. So this was nearly a $2 billion profit from just the New Zealand subsidiary of ANZ Bank. Now, they are our largest bank in New Zealand. They bank about 1 in 2 New Zealanders. That's about 2.5 million people. Now, when I broke down the numbers of that profit compared to how many of us there are and the possibility of how many of us may have ties to ANZ, they're making about $808 off every single customer. Now, I put that to the Chief Executive, David Hisco, this afternoon and said figures like this can often draw criticism, especially when you're making that much money off managing other people's money. It often does draw some criticism. And he said, look, he's aware of that and they already have reduced some fees in the past year. So they reduced non-ANZ Bank ATM fees.
So the buck you used to pay or however much it was if you put your cash flow card into someone other than your bank's cash machine, yeah?
So that's gone, and they were the first bank in New Zealand to do that. They also removed the international ATM fees as well for all ANZ customers, and they've also reduced, rid of sales incentives for their frontline staff as well.
So has it drawn any criticism? I know the numbers are pretty fresh, but it's something that Shane Jones has been all over. Has anyone put their head up about it just yet?
Not that we're aware of yet. I haven't come across anyone, or no one's come to me saying that they're grumpy about it. The chief executive did say it's typically a minority. I mean, banks do make large money. I mean, it's not often in business that we see billion-dollar profits, this one even nearing $2 billion. But every time we do see it, it's typically with a bank, so it's not unprecedented.
The other thing today, business confidence. I'm curious about this because obviously it hasn't been great, even though, well, our economic stats are pretty good. Any change?
No. So this is what we would call steady. It's lifted just 1 point. So it's better, but still a bit bitter, we would say. That means that there's still a net 37% of businesses which are still not optimistic about the future of the economy. They do expect it to worsen over the next year, and that economic conditions won't work in their favour. Obviously, political situations play into that as well. When you actually break that down into what they're actually planning on doing and why businesses are feeling this way, their hiring intentions are up 1 point, so they actually do expect to hire slightly more people, which is one of the ways that we would typically measure how businesses are actually feeling versus what they're doing. You know, we usually use those real figures to measure this too. Their profit expectations, that's down 2 points, and particularly when it comes to agriculture. So a lot of farms and farming companies expect their profits will be hit over the next year. One could then point the finger at Mycoplasma bovis there. We've seen that is giving them some negative intentions.
Yeah. And tell us about the market. What's been happening there today?
Closed up again, so 1.2% up tonight. That's a whopping 104 points. So we closed at 8,752 points tonight. New Zealand dollar is holding on to all of the gains that it's actually made recently. So we're buying at 65.4 US cents, 92.4 to the Australian, and 51.5 British pence.
Thanks, Madison.